Hi, it's Sherry from Everything Crafty, and this is the project that we've got today. I'm going to make a card similar to this. It's going to be my mum's birthday card, but its birthday's tomorrow, so it's okay. She won't see it until then. So basically, the idea is blending your inks behind a die. Now this die is about, it's quite a big die cut. It's about 8 inches by just under 5.5, and I cut a bit off so that it would fit on the black card. So it really is a big die. It's an X-cut die. I love X-cut dies. And that's it here. That's the die there. Big one. And I got that out of the range again. And so it is a really, but you need to put it through a couple of times just to get all the little bits out. So anyway, anyone who's watching, let's get started. So I'm going to bring in the, these are the inks. The blue, honey, it's the Broken China, honey, Memento green and Memento red. Now if you don't have green, these are the 3 that you need to make 4 colours, because you can always blend the blue and the yellow to make the green. But it does make a more mossy green, and I was looking for a bright card. My mum is bright and cheerful, and it's my well-used map. So we're going to start with the red. Now the red, I don't have orange, so I'm going to use the red and the yellow to make an orange. So it'll be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, that sort of stage. I've got this little, it's got some glitter on it, this little sponge thing, which my red is drying out a bit, so I feel that this one's going on a bit better with this one. So basically, you're just blending your inks in. It doesn't need to be anything professional, as you can see. It's just, I've got some bits on there. But it's covered up, so you're really just seeing the colours, so it doesn't need to be anything exciting at all when you're putting this through, putting this on. Because you're covering with the die cut. So I'm putting quite a bit of red on because I want to bring some of this red in to be with the yellow to be an orange. So we want red, orange, yellow. And you have like some fade there, you know, it's really easy. You could do it with your watercolours or anything like that. So now I'm going to bring in the honey, which is like it's quite bright for honey, it's quite yellow. And I'm going to blend that into the red. As you can see, we're getting a nice orange. And the more red you have, the brighter the orange will be, and then you can get a sort of lighter bit there. I like that. I've got a bit of pink here. So there's your red, your orange, and then we just, now we'll go for the yellow. So you've blended in there to get your orange, and now you can blend in to get your yellow. And I'm no professional blender, as you can see, but it really does work. And you just really keep going until you're happy. So we're going to bring in the green. That's the green one. And just keep blending away, just bring that in, and you see it's going into the yellow as well. It's really pretty. And as you can see, mine is not anything particularly exciting. I'm rushing as well, but all you really need to do is get the colour on. There's my, I'll just use this one. I don't think I've got a spare one. That's fine. With the green. Then you get your broken china, your blue, maybe a bluey green. As you can see, it's really pretty, isn't it? I've got marks down there, but that doesn't matter because this is all going to be, any marks that you get, they're all going to be covered up. It's just the technique of getting some colour down so that behind your die cut, and people will think you've been really clever and wonder how you've done it. And it's really, really easy. So we'll leave it at that. You can spend more time on it yourself to get things like that done, but that's that. My hands are terrible, I've been playing all day. Right. So the next bit is getting this down. We'll have a little preview. See how pretty that is? You've got your red, orange, yellow, green and some blue at the bottom. Lovely. So we're going to get some ink on here. I'll just take my pokey tool and get that stuck down. I think it's really, really pretty. And in between, in the flowers, that's where you can put the ink. And getting that down in the spaces that you can. And then it's just a case of going round the edge as best you can, especially the corners. You want to get them stuck down. And it doesn't all have to stick down, as long as you've got some of the flowers and the, a bit of the edge stuck down. And it's clear glue, so if you get a bit over that goes over, it's okay. It dries clear. So, and you give it any way up you want. You can have the blue at the top, and then just press down. I think that's absolutely lovely. I've got a little mark there. It's okay. You can turn it everything up and have it like that, any way you want. And I realised I have got a bit that hasn't come out yet. I get my pokey tool. And I had thought I'd taken them all out. Right, so I just, once that's stuck down, get a bit to dry because you're sticking down quite a lot. So I'm going to put it on some card. I poked such a hole in my glue that it's coming out real fast now. I've got a sentiment to put on it as well, so I can always do that. Just get the little border. I've probably got a bit of red at the card, but it's okay. And I was going to prep the bow and a bit of ribbon. I just think it's nice to put there. I like the red at the top. So I'm going to put that down before I put to the side. I really should have got some tape ready. So let me go and grab it. Just to tape that down while we're getting it sorted. Double side tape. That's right in the position. And that leaf that I didn't get out, that's going to be covered with the sentiment. There's never a mistake in crafting. Cover it up with a jewel or a bow. And I've grabbed that in there with a sticky dot because you want it to look like it's been tied. It's a separate bow, and I just grabbed it in and then stuck the bow on top because you want it to look like you've tied it. So you want it kind of grabbing in the middle. And I just basically put a sentiment on a bit card for my mum. It says especially for you. And then I've covered up that bit, putting it on there. And then put that there, easier. Bit of ink. You can take your tape away now, gives it extra stability. And I wanted a sheer ribbon because you want to see the colours. I didn't want to do the one when I did with the black. The black was just a thin ribbon, it was fine. And then just mat it onto your card, and there you have it. I was going to put some jewels on as well, just like the other one. My Poke tool, and I'll just go with the colours of that mark. I'll put that there, and maybe put a little diamante there. And maybe one there, right beside the ribbon. There. Okay, definitely beside the ribbon. I think that pink will be really nice. Sorry with no microphone tonight. I've had a technical issue. I'll put a blue-green one there. I just wanted it to be bright because my mum's a bright, colourful person. She's a really lovely lady. And she's the one that got me into crafting. With after my operation, she brought stuff down because I started watching Create and Craft because there was nothing on the telly while I was recuperating. Some green ones. And she brought, I said, what could I watch? Rather than watch another day of Phil and Fern or whatever it was at the time this morning, which is a lovely programme, but it can't get a bit much. So, put the green beside the green there. And I started saying, what's this? What's a die cut? What's this? What's that? And she says, tell you what, when you're feeling better, I'll bring all the stuff down to you and you can have a go. And that is to say is history because that was a long time ago. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it with a little diamante there and maybe one down there just to look like it's meant to be. That is basically my mum's birthday card. I'll put an insert into it later. Also, what I wanted to show you was, this is one that I didn't run it through enough times, but it's just to show you technically on a scrap bit of card. Where's my yellow? Here. Of using the negative of your die cuts as a stencil. So you get the negative. Just holding it down. As you can see, I've had a go at this already. And you're going to get the negative. So you tape it down, obviously. But I'm just showing you quickly to see what you can do. And you're getting the negative of your die cut, using it as a stencil. I think it's really cool. And I'm going to do one with that as well. I'm going to do a card for somebody. I like to do cards for people, not just for the sake of the channel. And they usually go to people. And I'm into my ink blending at the moment. So as you can see, that would, if you taped it down, that would look really pretty as a background. You could cover it up a bit, but you know, as a background, there's a free background you've got, and you've got it that size as well. You just tape it down, where you get the right size card, tape it down, and you could do, like what we've done just now, we could do that, and then get your red and stuff, and see how you get on with your stencil with that. So it won't be in the right position, but just to let you see. And you can blend as well. Oops, a daisy. The red. And blend like that way. And I love that. I'm definitely going to make a card with that for somebody. And just getting as smart as that. So you can do what you did on there with an extra one of your die cuts and use it as a stencil, and just, I don't know, it looks as good as that one. That one's clean cut, and that one's, you could distress it, you could do anything, but I think as a background for a card, that's definitely what I'm going to do for one, because I really like it. And it's like 2-in-1 uses, you know, it's not, and that against the white die, by the way, looks, as a white one, it looks really good against black as well, and just doing a black and white monochrome card, and it's really nice. So anyway, that's the tutorial for tonight, because my mum's birthday's tomorrow, so I'm going to get that to her. I'm going to put an insert in there, a little Dame Monty in that mark. And that is it. So thanks very much for anybody that was watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a go. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.